Hello, European film lovers. Welcome to the 10th edition of the EFA Young Audience Award. Today, teens in 38 countries are choosing between 3 competing films. This year, we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Young Audience Awards. Teens of 12, 13, and 14 years old have been voting for a decade now, a decade of supporting kids cinema and kids filmmaking. Although we don't have a big live audience to applaud, we do have representatives from all over Europe in this virtual room right now. Look, we have Bosnia, Germany, Lithuania. Guys, make some noise. Microphones on. How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Show me your hands.
Hi.
Go, make some noise. How excited are you?
Only 10 fingers.
10. Yay. And how much did you enjoy watching and discussing the films for the past days? Also a 10, right? Great. Great to have you all here. I'm so excited to see you all on the screen, and I can feel your good vibes through the screen as well. Now, let's have a look at the backstage of the Young Audience Awards. Today, we are broadcasting live from the Kika studios in Erfurt, Germany. I am joined with the creative team here, director Christian, producer Jürgen, and director of EFA, Matthijs. Hi! This is where all the technical stuff goes down. So you can see me on one of the screens. The light panels are controlled from here, the sound as well, and everything goes from here. It is a second year. The world, we all live in extraordinary circumstances. We go to school online, we wear masks, and most of all, we can't go to cinema. I promised myself that when cinemas reopen, I will watch at least 5 films in a row to catch up. Today, teens between 12 and 14 years old from 38 countries have watched, discussed, and are now voting between the 3 competing films. The calculations of the online voting have been going on, but there's still some votes coming in from cinemas all over. Until then, we have the director of the European Film Academy, Matthijs Wouter-Knol. Hoi Matthijs, hoe gaat het?
Hello Ivana. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm very good as well, thank you. So, just to explain, what is the job exactly of the EFA director?
You know, at the European Film Academy, we connect a lot of filmmakers in Europe. We help them. We make sure that as much people as possible can see the films made in Europe. So that's a big part of what we do. Another thing is, of course, giving the European Film Awards. Here you can see one of them, very shiny, very beautiful. And today we give the first of the European Film Awards, which is the Young Audience Award.
Yeah.
So it's a very special day.
It is. I'm very excited.
Me too.
What opportunities do you see for teenagers interested in filmmaking and films through the programs of the European Film Academy?
Well, we've organized, for example, the Young Audience Summit, where we talked with a lot of teenagers from Europe about what the Academy can do with them and for them.
Yes.
And we've come up with some great ideas, actually, I must say. So we're planning to work on a European film club. Lots of films for teenagers in Europe, much easier to see them in the future. That's something we're going to work on.
Oh, amazing. I would want that as well. And because you're the director of EFA, you kind of oversee the voting procedure. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Well, the 3 films, for example, this year that were nominated by a jury of former jury members. Some of them are actually here today as well.
Oh.
And we had 3,600 people watching in 8 different time zones. I mean, that's hard for me to imagine. And last but not least, we also have children from Greenland this year, the first time.
Yeah.
So I would say greetings to all the children in Nuuk.
Great. Matthijs, thank you so much for giving the opportunity to teenagers and the European Young Audience to be a part of the European Film Academy and to choose the Young Audience Award. We'll look forward to see you back here with the red envelope with the winning film in it, right?
I'll see you later.
Thank you
Bye,
so
Ivana.
much, Matthias. In the beginning of this week, the jury members had an opportunity to join the Young Audience Award Summit. In the studio with me right now, I have a participant of that summit, Anissa from the UK. Hi, Anissa.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. So, what exactly was the goal of the Young Audience Award Summit? What did you do?
Well, the goal of the summit was to get everyone's idea on how the European Film Club should work, as well as just watching some films. We even had some interviews with a couple of the actresses from some of the films we watched, as well as
cool.
the directors, which was really cool. And yeah, so I was a moderator in the summit, so I helped gather everyone's ideas and lead some of the sessions.
Wow. Oh, that's super cool. And what was your experience like? How was it?
Yeah, oh, it was really amazing. It was just so cool to talk to all these other kids and just like hear their ideas and make new friends. It was really awesome.
Oh, that's so good. Anissa, if it would be up to you, how could this grow eventually and become bigger?
Well, I think that we should have more and more schools involved in this, definitely. They should be promoting this more. And it'd be so cool if all of these guys here today, if they came to the European Film Club once it's all set up, that would be awesome.
Great. That's so good. Thank you, Anissa, for talking. And have a nice day and have a nice ceremony. We have Lucas now from Austria. You were a part of the summit as well. Hi, Lucas. How are you?
Hello, Ivana. I'm well. How are you?
I'm very good. So, what was your experience like? How was it, the summit?
The summit was such a great experience because we could just talk to young people who have same interests in film, and we just discussed the idea of the film club and watched also two short films, and I just enjoyed it very much because it was such great.
That's so great. What was your favorite moment out of the summit?
Oh, I think the favorite moment was where we just met the actresses, and I think also a great moment was the end of the breakout sessions because we almost had a silence at the end of the breakout sessions, and the moderator of my breakout sessions just always said, "Enjoy the silence," and I just enjoyed the silence.
It is good to enjoy the silence sometimes. Silence is more than words. Thank you so much, Lucas. Thank you so much, Anissa. And bye-bye. Till we are waiting for the computer to do the calculations, we have an opportunity to do several interviews with the actors and directors from the 3 nominated films. Hi, everybody. Here are the film teams from our nominations.
Hi.
Technology is a good thing, even in the time of a pandemic, because that's why we have the opportunity to hear from the directors from every movie. Here with me in the studio are the director from Pinocchio, Matteo Garrone, and leading actor Federico Ielapi. Let's watch a clip from our jury.
Pinocchio.
I was impressed by advanced computer effects, great, talented actors. Although Pinocchio is a well-known story, this film kept me concentrated till the end.
I love Pinocchio because of the moral of the story.
I like it when a movie has me after the first few scenes, and that's how it was with this movie. I also like the camera angles and the colors.
Let's go for an interview with the director and leading actor from Pinocchio. Hi, Matteo, Federico, ciao.
Hi.
Ciao. Ciao.
I think your film is beautiful and it feels so real. I remember knowing the story Pinocchio since I was 12 years old, and it kind of shaped my childhood. Matteo, why did you choose to make a film about Pinocchio? What inspired you to do so?
Yeah, because I think that most of the people knows about Pinocchio, but a lot of people don't know the real story of Pinocchio. So we wanted to try to go back to the root of the story, to the original story, and try to tell this story in a way that could be surprising for the audience. In the same way how was surprising for me when I read the book when I was an adult. So I thought there was the opportunity to do something new.
Yeah,
in
and
cinema.
it gave it something new. It gave me a whole new perspective. So yeah, I have a question because I think that most people at home are wondering about this. How did you manage to transform Federico in Pinocchio, in a boy made out of wood?
Well, Federico was very, very generous during the shooting, because he made long work 4 hours every day to become a puppet, and it was exactly the opposite of Pinocchio, because we know that Pinocchio is a character that escaped from every duty, from every effort. He don't want to pay. To make things too difficult, and he's always looking for fun. And Federico, is a great actor, because he played a role that is very far from him in a way that was unbelievable. So,
very good.
I have to
Federico,
say thanks to him.
Federico,
Thank you.
Matteo just said that you had to sit 4 hours to become Pinocchio. Explain how come 4 hours?
4 hours and 30 minutes.
4 hours and 30 minutes. And what happened then? What did you have to do?
I needed to sit there and don't move,
And
because
not
every
move?
single move decided the prosthetic, how do you say it, attack on the face.
Oh, yes. And so it was with a prosthetic, it was a mask, it wasn't special effects?
No special effects.
Wow, okay.
It was all a mask.
Okay, and how old were you when you did the film?
I was 8 years old when I did the film.
Oh my God, you were 8 years old and you had to sit still. Matteo, to create a world of mythical creatures, you have to use special effects, right? How does this change the process of filmmaking?
Well, we use mostly prosthetics, because I like to have a real creature on the set. And we made also a combination sometimes with the special effect, with the digital. But I like to use the special effect in a very art craft way. So I don't like when the special effects are only digital. But it was very interesting, all the process to create the character.
Yeah.
We work for a long time making research to create, the character, the snail, the cricket, the Pinocchio. So I think it was a long journey, but I was very enthusiastic, and
Yeah, definitely.
I was conscious of the privilege to make a movie like this.
Yeah.
And always thinking also we were always thinking to the kids, always thinking to make a movie that could catch the attention of the kids. So I'm very happy to be here today.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's so good. Federico, I have a question for you, because Matteo said that the character was kind of far from you. Do you think that kids have something of Pinocchio in themselves? Are you like Pinocchio?
Yeah, I really, really like Pinocchio. And I'm grateful to Matteo that he let me get in Pinocchio clubs.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that everybody has something in common with Pinocchio. Because somebody is lazy, somebody doesn't want to go to school, somebody lies. I think everybody do.
Everybody lies. Okay. Thank you so much, Federico, Matteo. I love the movie, and thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the next nominated film, The Crossing. We have Johanna Helgeland, the director, in the studio, Anna Sofia Skarholt, and Samson Steine. Let's have a look first at some of the clips of the juries.
It's a really thought-provoking film, and just watching those kids have better judgment than most adults have was really, really touching. And it has one big message that war is never an option.
It is very human. It addressed very well the themes of kindness and solidarity with others, as well as the inner conflicts of each of the children given the situation.
The story was really involving, and my favorite character is Gerda, because she's very brave and caring.
The story of the crossing becomes alive through the main roles of Gerda, Otto, Daniel, and Sarah. You can see feelings like tension and fear in their eyes and through their body language. It is so impressive. Johanna, I have a question for you. How did you, as a director, work with the cast and with the group to achieve this very authentic way of playing? Was there any preparations done?
Yes, we actually spent a lot of time before the shooting to get to know each other and also to talk about the Second World War and the Holocaust. And we worked quite physically. We talked about where do different emotions sit in your body and how do we respond to those emotions? Because obviously none of these kids have experienced war and being afraid all the time. But I think everyone can relate to certain feelings and find that in themselves. So that was what we were working most on, actually.
Okay.
And
great.
to find the characters.
Yeah. So defining the characters, Samson, your character is very mature. You play Daniel. How do you relate to Daniel?
Well, Daniel is very curious, so I'm also very curious, and I find Daniel is very scared sometimes, and I'm that too sometimes. Yes.
You're scared of what? Are you scared?
No, just every situation you have to see if things can go bad and stuff. Yes.
Yes, that's true. Anna, you were the leader of the group, if I can say. You are the person who saves the day eventually, and your personage thinks that she's a musketeer. Are you a musketeer in real life? How do you relate to Gerda? Oh, Anna, I think your microphone is off. Is that possible? We can't hear you right now. Anna, we can't hear you. Okay. We'll wait for Anna, her microphone to work. Johanna, maybe a question for you again, because this story comes from a very heavy topic about the Second World War. Is it based on a real story?
It's not an actual true story, but Maja Lunde, who wrote the script, she did a lot of research, and there's a lot of stories about children having to flee to get to Sweden during the Second World War. Even though we don't have a story told, we don't have a story about only children having to flee, but we know that a lot of really small kids had to flee with parents or relatives. And it was a very dangerous journey, obviously.
Yes. Anna, does your microphone work? Can you say something? I don't think we can hear. Okay. Samson, a question for you. Because the film is in a season in the winter. There's a lot of snow. How was it filming in the freezing cold? I can't imagine.
Well, it was really difficult because I had really thin shoes, and we had to put like warm socks and everything, but it didn't work because the shoes were like really old. So we had to walk in snow, so it was really cold. I was freezing.
Yeah, I can imagine. Anna, one last time, can you say something? Maybe your mic works now. No. Okay. We'll try again later, but for now, thank you so much for answering my questions, and see you later. We'll go on to the next movie. The next movie is Wolfwalkers. We have in the studio the screenwriter Will Collins, Eva Whittaker, and Honor Neefsney. Let's watch a clip.
I love the soundtrack and how it works with the movie, as well as the animation that gave me emotions that I just loved in a film.
I adored both the personalities of Robin and Maeve, and I felt that overall the film was a great way to talk about the value of nature, about separation, hypocrisy, but mostly friendship.
The film shows beauty in ancient traditions and all times by their own, and shows the little magic that's still left in this world of ours.
This is a film about friendship, transformations, and magic. Now we will go back to the interview with Will, the screenwriter, Honor, the voice actress for Robin, and Eva, the voice actress for Maeve. Will, how did you come up with the idea for Wolfwalkers?
Well, the idea for Wolfwalkers originally came from the directors Tom Moore and Ross Stewart. There was a local legend near Kilkenny where they grew up when the studio was based about, it's called the Wolves of Ossory. And Ossory is a little town that's close to them there. And it's basically a legend of a group of people who were shapeshifters and could become wolves. And we also in real life had quite a large wolf population in Ireland until they were wiped out during the the Cromwellian invasion. And they were looking for a new movie, and they were looking for an interesting and exciting kind of period to set that in. And those two stories kind of merged perfectly, the setting and that legend. So it kind of was the perfect germ for this movie.
And how long did it take to write the screenplay?
A lot long, maybe older than some of our jurors have been alive. I started in 2013, and so I was on it for 5 years. We were working on that for 5 years. We worked very, very closely together. It was a great collaboration, and the team grew. But it was about 9 drafts we worked on, and eventually my role came to an end when we did the voice record with Honor and Eva there in the summer of 2018. So yeah, it was 5 years of work on the story.
Wow, 5 years. And in 2018, you did the voice acting, Eva and Honor. Eva, you did the voice acting for Maeve. Was it difficult?
There was definitely some parts that would be more difficult than others. I think, well, Maeve is a wolf walker, which means that she has the ability to turn into a wolf when she falls asleep. But I think the hardest part was finding the balance, because Maeve is quite wolf-like even in her human form, and it was hard to kind of balance the two out because, she'd do a few things like growl when she talks and things like that. But and of course remembering that underneath everything she is just a little girl missing her mammy.
And do you relate to her wolf-likeliness? Are you as free-spirited as Maeve?
I would say I'm a bit free-spirited. It'd be hard to match Maeve though, because she's grown up in the forest and she's just so wild and free, and has no inhibitions at all.
Honor, you did the voice of Robin, which starts as the exact opposite of Maeve. She's just a human. She doesn't have any wolf qualities. What's the difference for you between playing a real life character and the voice of an animation?
It's a very different, they're both such different things. You have to portray all these emotions just through your voice without being able to see your face with any physical movements. It's definitely more of a challenge, which I really enjoyed, but the whole process was so fun because you really have to dive into your character and get behind all of these emotions that she comes across. And like you said, she does go on such a journey. So you go through so much.
Yeah, she transforms completely. How did you develop the character? Did you use anything from your own experience, or?
I think she's your typical teenager trying to find herself, being told what to do but not wanting to do it. You can relate to her in so many ways, and I think everyone can as a teenager, because she is going through this journey of finding herself, finding others around her. And I think that's so relatable, and that's such a lovely concept to it.
Yeah, true. Will, back to you. We have a lot of potential award-winning filmmakers in our jury and audience. What is your advice for upcoming screenwriters?
Well, my advice is find your collaborators. Collaborate with people that you're friends with, and make stuff in using whatever you can. It's so important to get your community together from a very early age. The example I could give you is Tom and Ross, the directors, were childhood friends, and they started making films together in an after school as teenagers in an after school kind of group, at a group called the Young Irish Filmmakers in Kilkenny, and that friendship continued and grew. And look, they've now made this beautiful film together as adults. So make stuff, find your friends, and collaborate as much as possible. That's my advice.
Good advice. Hope they will remember. Honor and Eva, I have a question for you both. What was the most fun scene to dub?
For me, it was, I don't know, because I know most animations you sometimes don't get to work with the other actors or actresses. So we were lucky that we did get to bounce off each other in one booth together. I did one, and I spoke about it earlier, but it was with Sean Bean, who played my dad. And I had to mimic his voice, and his voice is so iconic. It's so deep, and it's northern. It's really hard to mimic, but it was a lot of fun to do. And he was feeding the lines, and I was then having to do them back, and we all had a giggle doing that.
That's funny. I can imagine it's hard. Eva, for you?
For me, I think the funnest one was the Running with the Wolves scene. That was the scene where Robin is a wolf for the first time, and Maeve is kind of teaching her how to be a wolf. And I think it was so fun to film because I kind of learned a lot as well. And at the end, in the finished project, it was one of my favorite scenes to watch, because we kind of see the world from a wolf's point of view, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is. I love that scene as well. Thank you so much, Will, Honor, and Eva, and good luck tonight at the Oscars. I'll be watching. Thank you so much for these insights.
Thank you.
Now, at the end of this ceremony, the winner of the 2021 Young Audience Award will receive this shiny statue. Let's see how it is with the voting. Let's ask our producer, Jurgen. Producer Jurgen, do we have the results yet? Yes? Okay, Matthijs, will you come up with the big red envelope?
Here it is.
This is the envelope. So the moment has come for the EFA Young Audience Award 2021 winner to be announced.
Let's have a look.
Yes.
The winner of the Young Audience Award 2021 is The Crossing. Great.
Congratulations! Congratulations, everyone. Would you like to say something?
Wow. Oh my God. This was very surprising. And I mean, it's so overwhelming, and we're so happy because The Crossing has been a wonderful project to work on. And thank you to the European Film Academy, and happy 10th anniversary to you.
Thank you.
And to all you young film lovers who have voted for the films, and to the fellow nominees, because you have made such amazing films, and I loved both of them. And congratulations, and thank you to Maja Lunde, who wrote a wonderful script, and to Cornelia Boysen and Maipo Film, the producers. It's been a pleasure. And of course, the wonderful cast, Anna, Bianca, Samson, Bo, and Henrik, the best kids ever. And I have to just mention a few more people. Jon Endremark, the editor, and composer Stein Berget Svendsen, Lina Pedersen, and sound designer Nils Viken, and the best crew, hardworking crew. I think all these 3 films show us that we need compassionate stories for kids, and we need big emotions, and children's films are really important because you are the future. And yeah.
Thank you so much, Johanna. Thank you.
So, Johanna and everybody else, the award here is going to you, of course, in Norway. We would have loved for you to give it in your hands today, but that's going to be difficult. So we're going to send it to you. You can touch it. You can have a party with it, hopefully, very safely, of course. And yeah, it'll go very fast to Norway. And congratulations on behalf of the Academy again.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Let's take a picture now with everyone. So if you would just like to pose before your computer. Taking a picture. Yes. Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys, and congratulations again. That was it. The 10th edition of the EFA Young Audience Award is over. All the films were fantastic.
And on behalf of the European Film Academy, a big, big thank you to all the filmmakers and everybody who helped making the films.
And thank you to the jury here sitting before their computer. And thank you to you, the jury, watching from home. Thank you to everyone watching. And we'll see you next year. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm Ivana Noa. Make some noise, jury. Woohoo!
Bye.